This training is a guide on how to complete the Stage 2 Financial Review Evaluation Form. Before we begin this training, I'm going to give you a brief overview of how Foundant breaks up the application process into two separate buckets. You will see on your dashboard the labels LOI and application. We will not be using those terms for our process because the LOI is equivalent to the Stage 1, which is our eligibility review of the 2-year policy, active treatment, and Florida residency. And the other one is application, which is our Stage 2 for financial eligibility. Both of these sections have evaluation forms that have to be completed before they can move to the next stage. If you are not assigned an evaluation form, you are not able to review that application. You are able to review the actual application the applicant has filled out, but you are not able to review the evaluation forms that have been reviewed for it to move to the next stage. So it is important to know that when you log into your dashboard, that you go to the section for you to review the evaluation form that is possibly assigned to you. So before we get started, I want to show you your dashboard. When you log in, you should be taken directly, it should open up into the dashboard. If the dashboard is not on your main screen, all you need to do is click the home icon up here and it will refresh your page to bring you to the dashboard. There are two tabs in the dashboard. Open Request is everybody who has applied for the financial assistance for this year in the different stages we have. LOI is Stage 1, application is Stage 2, approval is our Stage 3. So when you go to do your evaluations, you will go into the evaluation tabs, your evaluations. These are the ones that have been assigned to you to review. You will see that it will show you if you have completed one or if you have ones that are pending that need to be started. For example, this one says update. It has the green circle with the check mark in it. So that means you have completed it. However, the FCSF admin team has not gone in to complete it to move it to the next of approve or denied per your recommendation. So when you start an evaluation, you're going to click the start button, or it could say continued if you have already started the application but did not complete it. So we are going to start this evaluation. This is your secret door over here to get you into the evaluation form. As I stated before, if you're not assigned the evaluation form, you're not able to actually see what was reviewed previous. So when you go into the evaluation form, your screen will go into a split screen. You have the application, which is what the applicant filled out and uploaded documents into, and then you have the evaluation form, your evaluation. This is where you will fill out the information that is being reviewed by us to determine their eligibility. If it is easier for you to work with the evaluation form on the left side and the application on the right side, that is solely up to you. You're able to toggle those screens back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave the application on the left side and I will fill out my information on the right side. These individual screens are able to scroll separately, or you can scroll the entire screen itself. Whatever works for you, and you will figure that out as you work through your review for applications. To begin on the evaluation form, we have given all the instructions at the beginning. We have new reminders. We have notes to remember for what we determine as income and not. We have things a little bit more clearly stated right here on the evaluation form and no need to go anywhere else to reference. It's all right here. We even have our handy dandy poverty guidelines on here as well. So I'm going to scroll through and get the evaluation form and the application kind of lined up together so I see I can start going through and entering in what is being requested from me. When you're going through the application, we are asking a little bit of different questions because we're wanting to get a little bit more information regarding the applicant themselves, not just as the whole household together. When we get to the section of where you need to download information and find the documents, you will see them are all labeled in blue on the application side. So those are the sections that you are going to need to click, wait for it to download, and you'll see it opened up over here in the download form. And this is just a sample POI or proof of income, but you will see that all the documents go into the download and you will be able to open them up, and each document will have its own individual tab at the top of your screen. So you're able to review them as you go. So you could either upload all the documents to begin before you start your review process, or you can go through and see what you need to do. Because we saw at this one at the very beginning, I put in that there were 3 adults. I would know that I would need to have 3 sections of the review template that I'm getting ready to show you. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through and make sure I have that before we get moving forward. So I have the applicants, which is up here, and then we're going to move down to the household members, which I have their POI, their bank statements are with George Judson's, and then I have Judy Judson. So that would be our 3 adults living in the household. So I know I can move forward with this application by knowing that I have the documents needed to review. Now, I may not know that I have the correct documents I need to review, but I know I have enough of the spaces filled in that I can start the review process. Well, I'm going to scroll down. In the household income summary, we now have the instructions right here and a template for you to use of how each one of the household members' information should be also labeled. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to highlight the template and click copy, and then I'm going to paste that template right here into the summary. This gives me this section that I need to complete the summary of this particular applicant. So I'm going to put in the household information. There were 4 people with 3 adults. The bank name, I'm just going to use BOA since I do not have real bank information in this training. And the last 4 digits of that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can scroll up a little bit so you can follow along with the template. So you have it all listed here. And I'm going to start with October since that's probably the first month we would begin this month of our new applications coming in, November, and then we should have December as well. So I'm just going to fill this information out, and then I would go back in and I would put in the total amount of the deposits, and we're just going to say it was 5,000. And then I'm going to minus it the number of whatever it is we may not be considering. Let's say they get child support. We're not going to keep that in as their monthly total for income. And then I'm going to just say we're going to equal this, and this is going to be $4,900 for this month. And I'm just going to copy and paste it moving down. That this is what their monthly average income is. And now remember, we have 3 household members. So we're going to do this as household number 2. And this is going to be, I think it was Jane Judson. Because Jane Judson's bank statements were the same as George's, I'm just going to make a note, same as applicant. So I don't have to worry about having any bank information for that particular household member. Now we had a third person that we need to do another income summary for. So I'm just going to take a copy of that template, and I'm going to go back up. I can't remember what the household member's name is. And this one is Judy. So we're going to do Judy Judson. And we're going to say BOA for Bank of America. And we're going to do 4321. And then we will do the same here as far as labeling the month. So then we know we have October, November, and December. And we're We're going to say Judy only gets $500 and she has nothing that we're not considering income, and another $500 and another $500. So we know that that is her total income. So now we need to go through and figure out what the average of the household income is. So this one's pretty easy because I kept the numbers pretty simple. And you can scroll this back up. We knew that we had $4,900 and $4,900 and another 49. And we're going to then add the 500 for each one of that Judy had. So their total income in my calculator did not work. Let's try that one again. 900, 4,900, 4,900. There we go. Now the numbers are making sense. And we're going to hit enter, and then we're going to divide that by 3. That will give us the average of their monthly income. So we're going to put that as 5,400 right here. And then we're going to go up and we're going to look at the household of 4. The average has to be below the monthly income of 6,697. So we see clearly that they are under income. Since we have already looked at the ending balances or the balances in all the accounts, we will know if they have a combined total statements of over or under the $5,000 that is allowed. If you do not have enough information where we're missing stuff, we also have the section where we are missing information to determine it. But I'm going to say here that they are under the $5,000 that is needed. And then we're going to move here to recommended for approval because that is what we clearly see from what we have. So I'm going to click the recommended for approval. If you recommend them for approval or you recommend them to be denied because they're over income or their combined assets are too high and they're denied for that reason, you will only get a drop down for who reviewed the application. This is where you are going to enter your name and then the date that you reviewed it as well. So today is the 18th, and then you will click Save. We are requesting that you do not click the Deny Request because we do have another step of approval just to confirm the information is correct. We have a 2-point check on all evaluations that are done in Stage 1 and in Stage 2. So all you will have to do is click Save in this situation. So I'm going to click Save, and it'll show you that I missed a question. So you are not able to complete an evaluation until you have completed all the areas that have this little star after it. This star shows you that that information is required to complete an application. So we're going to say that George Jetson has Social Security. If George Jetson has other income, such as family giving him deposits or short-term, long-term disability that he's getting payments for, you would put that information into the other. So now I'm going to scroll down to the bottom because now I have to click Save again, and we'll click Save. This shows you that that evaluation has now been saved and it's ready for someone to review to give it its second review to move it to the next stage. Because there are pending, it will show you that you have more pending evaluations. We are going to go into our pending evaluations. We are going to go into our dashboard again. Ignore the pending. Go into your dashboards because it takes you right where you need to go. And we are going to go into this application, the George Jetsonville, because I want to show you if an application is not ready to be reviewed and an email needs to be sent because we need to request more information, you will want to click this button here, Request Additional Information. This actually drops down another section that gives you the instructions on how to send an email and what you want to do in this situation. Because you are going to go into a different screen. And again, because if somebody calls in, they're not able to see your notes on what additional information we are requesting. This is kind of a shortcut to help keep you from having to retype everything in each time. So I'm going to say in this scenario that we were missing November bank statements that were ending in 1234. So you would type in that information and you will want to copy this, and then you will want to follow the instructions above. So I filled in the information, and then you're going to scroll to the top of the application and then click the envelope icon next to their name. So you're going to scroll up, click this icon next to their email address. You're going to scroll down till you find Stage 2 Application Incomplete Documentation Missing, and you're going to click this envelope icon, and it will open the email for you. It automatically fills in the email address. It gives all the information that is needed, and then you will just do a copy and paste. So that put in the information that was needed for this particular application for us to continue to review it for what was missing, because we'll need to have it reviewed a second time for the missing documents. Now, I would request that you put in the person's name. So George Jetson was missing November's bank statements. And I would say to type everything out, because many times applicants do not know our abbreviations. For the account ending in 1234. Once you have all this information filled in, you can go down, you scroll down. If this little circle gets in your way, you can move him anywhere. You're able to move him. You will click Send Email. I'm going to show you just the preview of what this email will look like without sending it. So as you see, it will fill in the applicant's name, give them all the information of where the documents that we were missing need to be sent, and how quickly it needs to get sent to us, because we are requesting things to be sent in within 3 to 5 business days to keep the flow going and not holding on to applications. Once that is done and you click Send Email, it'll let you know that that email has been sent, and you can click OK. It will close the tab that you sent the email from. So then you will scroll down to the bottom, and again, you will fill out who reviewed the application and the date the application was reviewed. Once this is complete, you will click Save. And then your dashboard should show that you have your emails, your evaluations are complete. And that would be the end of reviewing your evaluations assigned to you. If you have any questions regarding any of the stages, the sections of this evaluation form, please feel free to reach out to any of us at the foundation, and we will be more than happy to help you during this process.